Good morning, children. This is Ma'am Asha Singh, your history and civics teacher. Today I am going to teach you and I am going to continue with chapter number 1, and in this chapter I shall today take up the topics. Your first is the impact of industrial revolution, second is imperialism and impact of imperialism. So first let me tell you children this, the industrial revolution brought tremendous changes in Europe and elsewhere. And first change that it had brought is rise of capitalism. Under the factory system, the means of production like labor and capital means money, was controlled by the factory owners, and this gave rise to a new system called capitalism. Second is children, new social classes. Capitalism gave rise to two new social classes. One was that of the factory owners who employed workers and paid them wages. Their main aim was to earn profit, and they came to be known as capitalists. The other class was the workers. They worked in the factories and were paid wages for their labor. This class was exploited and lived a miserable life. Children, third is emergence of towns and cities. Factories were set up on the outskirts of cities and towns. People came from far and wide to work in these factories. Thus, slowly and gradually, many industrial towns and cities came up near these factories. And fourth one is growth of imperialism. With the growth of factories, the industrialized countries of Europe were faced with two main problems. The first problem was to get cheap raw material to manufacture goods, and the second one was to get market for the finished goods. So these countries looked towards the less developed countries of Asia, Africa and America to get raw material and find market for their goods. Now children, I shall tell you what is imperialism. When a more powerful country extends its political and economic control over less powerful country, it's called imperialism. And this imperialism greatly influenced India. Firstly, it was India exported raw materials and imported finished goods from England. Second is, as factory-made goods were cheaper than handmade goods, Indian artisans could not face the competition, and as a result, traditional textile industry was ruined. Third is, with the decline of the textile industry, there was large scale of deurbanization. Deorganization means people leaving their cities and towns where they were living and going to elsewhere to find job. Now children, this is over, and please write down your home assignments. Your question number 1 is, the Industrial Revolution led to sweeping changes in Europe. In this context, explain the following. First is rise of capitalism. Second is new social classes. Third is emergence of towns and cities. Children, your question number 2 is, imperialism gained strength in the 19th century. In this context, answer the following. First is, what do you understand by imperialism? And second is, what was the impact of imperialism on India? Now children, this chapter is over, and the question that you have got on home assignment, you will find answer to these questions in all the notes that have been provided to you. So thank you very much. Do write down your answers, and it will be corrected when the school reopens.